with the music of Matt Dennis and the voice of Ginny Dennis, the Navy Swings. This is George Fenneman for your United States Navy and Naval Reserve, presenting the world's outstanding exponents of jazz. From New Orleans to Chicago, from Dixieland to Progressive, from the pulsing heart to the tapping toe, it's the 2-beat and 4-beat of true American jazz. On deck are the great names of jazz: the Dukes of Dixieland, Bob Crosby, Al Hirt, Pete Fountain, Murray McEachran, Jerry Mulligan, Buddy DeFranco, and featuring this week, Matt and Ginny Dennis. Matt, you seem to be enjoying that particular status so many artists try to achieve, that of being, quote, in a class by themselves.
I hadn't thought about that, George, but now that you mention it, have you checked to see if anyone else wants to be in that class?
Oh, Matt, I assure you that there are probably a few million people who wish they had your record as a composer of hit songs, just to mention one phase of your career.
Well, it's easy to see how we became such fast friends, George, and I thank you for the kind words. But let's talk about you for a while. What would you like to hear me play?
Well, if we're talking about me, let's sing about me.
I have just the tune. I make a date for golf, and you can bet your life it rains. I try to give a party, the guy upstairs complains. I guess I'll go through life just catching colds and missing trains. Everything happens to me. I never miss a thing. I've had the measles and the mumps, and every time I play an ace, my partner always trumps. I guess I'm just a fool who never looks before he jumps. Everything happens to me. At first my heart thought you would break this jinx for me, that love would turn the trick to end despair. Now I just can't fool this head that thinks for me. I've mortgaged all my castles in the air. Well, I've telegraphed and phoned, I've sent an airmail special too. Your answer was goodbye, and there was even postage due. I fell in love just once, then it had to be with you. Everything happens. Everything happens to
Matt Dennis digging into his own trunk for that perennial favorite, Everything Happens to Me. Now, if nothing much is happening to you, if you get the feeling there's a job to be done and you could be doing it, if you're longing to play an important role in this fast-moving world of ours, listen to this. Right now in Pensacola, Florida, some of America's finest college graduates are adding to their knowledge as they participate in the Navy's Aviation Officer Candidate Training Program, AOC. Here at AOC, men eager to play a key role in our national security are receiving an incomparable education in aviation and its allied skills. These men, anxious to serve their nation with honor and pride, realized that AOC was the gateway to a rewarding and exciting career. You see, AOC prepares you to become a naval aviation officer in 16 weeks. After this initial period, you're on your way to those Navy wings of gold, playing a key role in the traditional Navy way of defending our liberty. Ask your Navy recruiter how you can become a naval aviation officer candidate. AOC are the letters to remember. Well, Ginny Dennis, I'm certainly glad you're here.
George, that sentiment is mutual. But why the sudden enthusiasm?
Well, I've just been talking about flying with the Navy.
Yes?
And I thought you might have some ideas along that line.
I do, George. But I don't want the Navy to think I'm competing with them. You see, my song now is Come Fly With Me. Come fly with me, let's fly away. exotic booze. There's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, we'll float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so you may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together weather-wise. It's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say so. Now's the time to fill the cup, do some living on the up and up. Heaven knows it could be thrilling. If you won't go, Sinatra's willing. Come fly with me, come fly with me, come fly with me, let's fly away.
Come fly with the Navy or come fly with Ginny Dennis? A difficult decision. Say, Ginny, a minute ago, Matt and I were having a very serious discussion on Matt and me.
Really, George?
I thought maybe now you and I could have a serious discussion about him. What's he like, this man you married?
Oh, I'd say he's a mixture of Spike Jones and Red Skelton with a good measure of sophistication thrown in.
I promise not to quote you, Ginny, but that description should explain some of the versatility he shows in his work or something.
Well, we try and run as much of the gamut as possible in our act, so Matt has to keep the beat and the mood varied. When an audience knows a performer is also a composer, they want to hear him play and sing his own tunes.
Well, then you use a lot of Dennis originals in the act, huh?
Absolutely. Things like The Night We Called It a Day, Violets for Your Furs,
I like that one.
Show Me the Way to Get Out of This World,
Isn't Let's Get Away from It All one of Matt's tunes?
one of his really big ones.
And Will You Still Be Mine?
Right.
You notice, folks, I don't have any lines here, but I'm sure getting a lot of plugs.
Oh, go tune your piano, darling. I'm talking to George.
Well, let's see now. Another tune of his was The More I See You.
Hold it, hold it. Matt didn't write that.
Yeah, I know, Ginny, but you're going to sing it.
Only to show that Matt didn't write every hit tune.
Hey, now.
The more I see you, the more I want you. Somehow this feeling just grows and grows. With every sigh, I become more mad about you, more lost without you. And so it goes. Can you imagine how much I love you? The more I see you as years go by, I know the only one for me can only be you. My arms won't free you, my heart won't try. Can you imagine how much I love you? The more I see you as years go by, I know the only one for me can only be you. My arms won't free you, my heart won't try. The more I see you, the more I want you. My arms won't free you, my heart won't try.
Ginny Dennis on The Navy Swings and The More I See You. There's a kind of bird-like beauty to Navy planes. They fly with the abandonment and freedom of a bird. They hang like eagles in the sky. American eagles, symbolizing our determination to keep the free world free. If you're a college graduate, you can join this mighty AOC. The Navy's great Aviation Officer Candidate Program was conceived and designed to make available the finest training in aviation and allied skills that modern know-how could possibly offer. You can avail yourself of this education and meet your patriotic duty at the same time by joining the thousands of other dedicated Americans in AOC. Ask your Navy recruiter for all the details on AOC. Find out how you can serve your flag as an integral part of naval aviation. Say, Matt, Ginny was whispering in my ear about a special story that goes with your next number.
You mean the Lorelei, George?
Mm-hmm.
You'll recall a very fine composer. Used to play piano and write melodies for Freddie Martin a few years ago. Barclay Allen.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Wrote Kumana and many other great songs. Well, Barclay had a tragic accident a number of years ago, and he continues to compose, and he's encouraged by his many, many friends in the music business, and I'm trying to do the same thing by introducing the number that he recently wrote called the Lorelei, and I'd like to do it for you now.
Fine. Matt, that's quite a number. I really liked it.
Well, stick around for the late show, and I'll do it again.
Oh, you forget, this is the late show. At least the show is running late.
Which can mean only one thing: closing time.
Correction. Theme time. The Navy Swings with Ginny and Matt Dennis. This is George Fenneman inviting you to swing to the Navy in the weeks ahead. Thanks to the station you're now listening to, we're able to present such favorites as Charlie Barnett, Cal Jader, Steve Allen, Paige Cavanaugh, Buddy Cole, Shelley Mann, and many more. Locally, watch for Sue Rainey, Carmen McRae, Jeannie Smith, Joni Summers, Della Reese, Roberta Lynn, to mention only a few. They're all coming your way on The Navy Swings. And now remember, there's an important job waiting for you when you join the Navy.